Take two.
Uh-huh. What am I saying? What begins with the letter A? Astronaut. What begins with the letter B? Barn. What begins with the letter C? Cupcake. What begins with the letter D? Daughter. What begins with the letter E? Earth. What begins with the letter F? Flag. What begins with the letter G? Girl. What begins with the letter H? Helicopter. What begins with the letter I? Island. What begins with the letter J? Judge. What begins with the letter K? Kitchen. What begins with the letter L? Lobster. What begins with the letter M? Mermaid. What begins with the letter N? North. What begins with the letter O? Origami. What begins with the letter P? Popcorn. What begins with the letter Q? Quarter. What begins with the letter R? River. What begins with the letter S? Saturn. What begins with the letter T? Train. What begins with the letter U? United States. What begins with the letter V? Vet. What begins with the letter W? Wheelchair. Oh, what word has X? Box. What begins with the letter Y? Yard. What begins with the letter Z? Zeus. Narrated by guess who? Them.
You can't lie. You can't lie.
I'm just saying.
No, you can't lie.
I'm just trying not to, like.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Written and produced by Teresa Vasquez. For more AI-generated images, visit firefly.adobe.com. Links and creative apps. Happy creating!